G'day, g'day from Cape Conran on the Victorian coastline. Beautiful spot. And this is where the Snowy River, which is this one right here, goes into the ocean. Oh, yep, film it. Oh, here we are, back at camp at Cape Conran. Show you a bit of a look around our little site here. Snooze asleep.
Not anymore.
This is us. It's Friday, so she's getting a bit busy now. But managed to just squeeze the trailer in down the front of our site here. Just because she's a bit, camera doesn't do any justice, but it's on a bit of a slope. So that was no good. The sites are pretty close to each other. But this fella's pretty close, but he's been parking his car just here. But not too bad. So I didn't realise when I was booking, but when we got here I was like, what the hell are all these dogs doing here? Because it's a national park, but there's like 4 little loop tracks that have campsites in them all, and 2 of them I think are dog friendly, so it's quite surprising. And look what we got. We just done a bit of research, and with a bit of a budget in mind and going on people's recommendations and reviews, we got one of these iTech World jobbies, the 300 watter, and that's doing bloody amazingly. We've had it for about the last week, and the best we've seen out of it is a full 18 amps. So we're pretty impressed with it. So it doesn't get a full day's worth of sun, being where we are in our campsite. We'll just cycle through. She's at 91.1%, and it was at 79 to start the day. So that's all right, but at the moment it's putting in about 5.5 to 6 amps. So better than them 2 bloody Kings ones that were doing not even an amp in the end. So we're pretty happy to throw them in the bin. So that's the solar panel problem finally fixed. What else is new? The fly in our tent's new. That last night we were camped at G-High after our epic walk. We had a bit of rain and water came into the tent again. I had spoken to 230 about our fly a couple of months ago, and they basically wanted some photos and videos, but anyway I got them some photos, and after talking to them it was a bit disappointing, but like most tents I guess, they do wear out after a while, but he said they're not really designed to be lived in all the time like we're doing. So that contradicts the whole reason why we bought it, because we actually followed a couple on YouTube who used this exact tent to travel across Canada, America and Alaska for 3 years in it. So we're coming up on 3 years, or I think it's been 3 years since we bought it. But yeah, basically 2.5 years of living in and out of it, not full time, but most of the time. and yeah, she's starting to show some pretty heavy signs of wear and tear. So the fly in particular, when it rains, because it's got those sunroofs or moon or sky windows, whatever you want to call it, the water just comes in and pulls on the zips and then leaks into the tent. And we were able to go to 23.0 and grab another fly. They did a deal on it and just charged me $100 for it. But I went to a canvas bloke, and he had a look over it, and you know, obviously he had a lot to say about Chinese stuff. So, but he basically said that fly is just no good, the material's no good, and he'll make me one for $150 to $180. And so I left the old one with him, and he's currently making us one. And he's got a 10-year guarantee on his material, and it's somewhere between, the material feels like something between what we've already got and a heavy duty tarp basically, but it's still light enough that it's going to be able to pack up inside there with no trouble at all. And basically this will never happen again with the water leaking through onto the zips, because apparently it just won't leak ever. We've had some water in these stitches along this stitching, and managed to do some research and bought a product. This one here, basically just spray that on all your seams, and it's like a flexible rubber type thing, so it works pretty well. And since I've done that, it's held up. But all that discussion about canvas and tents and living in things full time and whatever, it started the biggest procrastination of 2025. So the Schnoo and I went to a caravan and camping show. And we had a look at what's on offer, and we've also been talking to some Australian manufacturers who make tents, and basically try to find something that could work and go on the top of our little camper, and basically invest some money in something really decent. So we've been going through all that, hard shells, the same again, soft shell and open up like that, which we're kind of leaning toward because you can utilize a room or an annex room underneath it, and that seems to be the better solution. The hard tops are great, but they just don't have any of those easily sort of attached rooms underneath. And the room that we've currently got for our tent is really subpar. We knew that before we even left on our big adventure, but you know, after a while and weather, you start to realise that it's just really no good. For one, it's one piece, so it's not the easiest to put on, and it's just a pain in the ass. It's made of the same stuff the bloody tent fly is, so it's not much chop at all. So as I said, we've been looking around at tents to replace it, and obviously if you're going to get something decent, Australian made, it's going to cost a fair bit of money. And so then we've just been thinking about whether we spend the money on a tent and like basically replenish our setup here and have all new stuff on it, or whether we move into something different in the future. So yeah, we went to the caravan show, we checked out all this different stuff, and there was nothing there that really stood out, except for one mob we were blown away with, Conran. We know they're good, but we've seen them before and thought they're pretty alright, but to have a look at one up close, we were pretty impressed. That's a little while down the track yet, so we just got to make a few decisions on how we go about going forward. But everything's going great with it. It's just yeah, just the tent's starting to become a little bit how you going. So anyway, we've been into see where the Snowy River goes out to the ocean this morning, and it's pretty beautiful down there. It'd be nice to be able to walk out there, but I think you'll have to get there on low tide, otherwise you'll be swimming back. And then we went to a local brewery, the Sailor's Grave Brewery, and apparently that's one of the biggest independent breweries in Australia, and they do quite well. So went there, tasted a couple of their ales, and had some lunch there, and now I've just come back to camp, and there's a few people rolling in for the weekend, being a Friday. And this is the first blue sky I've seen for nearly a week. And that beach down there is bloody beautiful.